After missing the upload yesterday because I fell asleep earlier than usual. Yeah, earlier being like 4 in the morning. Insomnia isn't really that great, I'm not gonna lie. Stuff like that's about the only way you can possibly change the traction on the track. You can just make the track surface dusty, temperature really high, and the time of day towards noon, and the AI can't go as fast. And likewise, temperature is cold, and it's like morning or sunset, and you do it at like an optimum track. Which would basically mean normally, under normal circumstances, you'd have to just drive around the track a bunch and there'd be a rubber in the line like you see there on the corner. And that would mean that if you drive in that rubber, there's more traction there and therefore more speed. Which is obviously what you want. I've used the older green a few times, namely in 66 Monza, because it sometimes can lead the AI to try and do something that their car won't let them, and that's when they go up into the wall. That's what actually caused the that and So Fast crash in Act 2 or 3. I think it was Act 2. I don't think So Fast was even there for 3. I don't think, anyway. I don't really remember exactly, but yeah. Well, it kind of had to have been 2, because it wasn't in the last one. So, yeah. Madison is on pole. Noise! Alright, Otto. Just smack your head with a wall, why don't you? Didn't seem to hinder him much. Unsurprisingly, Alex is already laying claim on the lead. Yeah, straight line tracks, Alex is gonna win like every time. That thing is just so much faster than everything else here in a straight line. And then it doesn't even handle that bad in the corners either, so it's just like crap. Oh no! Madison could definitely use a finish like this, as I think she was in like 14th in points. I think the only one she's beating is like Byrne or something, who has hasn't really been taking. I thought he was doing well in his new car, but it seems not. I did also say that the GTR does impeccably well at Spa, and not too much anywhere else, as it's in third, but Vert might change that right now. You better start running there, twin now. Outrun this gun, why don't you? I guarantee you if the track were at optimum or fast, this thing would hit 190 before the end of that straightaway there. And Madison was doing well. She got mugged on the straightaway by the Grand Prix car and probably was passed into the first corner by Vert. I said the Grand Prix car, it's Gearhead. I act like I don't know who that is or something. Angels made up 4 places in the first lap. This is one of those tracks, I think, where my open-wheeled racer wouldn't do too well because it doesn't have the speed down the 3 or 4 decently long straightaways here. It's really only 3. This front straightaway isn't very long at all, actually. It really has been. It doesn't surprise me. Madison would like 4th place back, Gearhead. Lots of things are what's happening behind them. Well, you're not gonna get him here, Angels. That thing has more top speed than you by a mile. The front, like, 3 or 4 are getting kind of spread out already. I don't think Madison really should be up here either. I don't think, it's like at best laps here. Well, the lap time that dictate should be in, like, 8th. Burn and Otto are going faster. I just started behind her. Otto's car was still, of course, beat up from lap 1, where he got a little bit, pushy, as it were. Gearhead makes a train through these corners, but once you get out of these next 2 turns, Gearhead will be leaving. Vert's also caught up to Twin Mill, and Aleks has checked out of the hotel. Perhaps that's not really that surprising. Oh, the train is gonna get longer now. As Burn moves to attack Madison, that isn't anywhere even close to her yet. Gearhead with the shoddy handling there in his old race car. Otto, alright, where'd you, hello. Greetings. Basically, I just turned my head there. Alex, honestly, stop. That is a train behind them. It's more like a parade, honestly, but it's functioning like a train. Gearhead's car is damaged. I'd say I can't imagine Madison's still in 4th or 5th. No. No, she's down in the 7th. Maybe 6th. No. This is happening. Me and Angels are actually running faster than even Gearhead, but it's just a matter of we started in the back of the field, and but even if I get up there, I don't have the speed to get around anyone out of a straightaway. Like right here, if I were attacking Ryan Storm, I could get him, but that won't matter because in like 3 seconds, he'll be going faster than I could even hope. The only reason Ryan Storm isn't escaping is because he's behind Madison, who isn't quite as fast, and even still, there they go. I can probably take this corner without even braking. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Because, like, they're going faster than me well before that corner, so... Interesting. Like Madison either hit Otto, or Otto just locked his brakes. Domino effect allowed me past Ryan Storm though, so I'll take it. Ryan didn't seem to appreciate it. Not my problem. Get back in line. And Otto is going to chase down his old nemesis. Shouldn't be too hard. This thing is about same with top speed as the old car that Gearhead's in and has better handling. Though when Gearhead drives like a maniac, as he is at this moment in time, it's works a little better. Ryan will just yoink that spot. No, I will. Auto locks again, I think. Let her burn hit him. Might have been actually her burn hitting him because he has damage on his front end now. Gearhead is creating a 5-car line around the course. Solve, Auto, Burn, Ryan Storm, and now myself. And as I go through the corner, Madison, Angels, and everyone else involved becomes a part of it too. Oh no! What is happening? I think Alex is already at Austria by this point. Oh my god, this is pathetic, Alex. Please stop. 63 has done better. Hey, everyone beat that. I guess that's a plus. Everyone wins and no one wins except for Alex at the same time. And we go to the Netherlands. I don't know why I became the guy from The Little Mermaid there. This is a funny story. Cunhos, the company that makes this game, went to Ferrari around this time last year, asking if they wanted to, like, about the, they had a DLC for all these Ferraris, but it was actually a free DLC, so I got my hands on it, well, for free, really. And that's why I have, like, 20 Ferraris at my disposal, and that's part of why I chose Alex to be in Ferraris, because it's like I knew no matter what the situation, there was probably a Ferrari for each one. But they went to like ask about the F1 car, and they said, for this F1 car, and they said no, we don't want the other teams looking at our aero kit. Like, really? They see it on the track literally every time you do a race. Of course, they agreed once the 2017 season ended, and they had their 2018 car developed completely as it was. Well, this race is over already. Alex, this is why you almost got the can for Act 3, because you'd make the races less interesting to watch. Burn with a little tap on Gearhead. Storm looking very antsy. Angels is actually right on top of Alex, but that's not. This might actually be alright because Alex only has one straightaway to gain like a lot of time from them on. But when we get to any kind of straightaway, though, it seems as if he just leaves the building. Gearhead with immense locking of the brakes. This is one track where my car should also do well. All these corners and only one or two any even remotely significant straightaways. But once we do get to them, yeah, I am dead. Whoa, whoa, alright, well. That just happened, I don't know who's really at fault there. Oh, that was Gearhead. That was Gearhead entirely. Yeah, that was Gearhead. Ryan Storm didn't even have a lane to put his car in. And I suppose the main event will be, what can Gearhead try to do to get back and at least see other cars in the remaining parts of this race? And a track that really does not favor his vehicle as it is. Plus now he's just trying to be too aggressive, probably has a bit of damage to his car. There was grass on his tires too, that didn't help any. Alex's car isn't looking all that amazing either, damage-wise. It's not really driving any differently, it just doesn't look very good anymore, especially if we were to look at it from the right side door. How you find many dents. Same with the run on Burn, and actually 3 with the run on Storm. I think both are going to complete each pass, and then actually 3 also gets a Burn for bonus points. Well, that happened. Superdoo, of course, being the limiter and preventing anyone behind him from getting to whoever's in front of him because of his defensive driving techniques, and getting away from most cars that aren't Aleks once they get down to a straightaway. Having the second highest top speed in the championship and being stuck behind him creates long trains of cars, which can cause weird racing moments where people will try and make passes they shouldn't be trying. Missed it by that much. And there goes 2 now. That's good. Except both will struggle through there, and then as soon as they get to a straightaway, Superdoo is just like, bye! Boost now! Okay, got enough firepower to boost now. That's probably what Superdoo is hearing right about now. See ya. Angels is running faster laps, but the top speed deficit is about the only thing keeping him from getting around Aleks. It's like battle for the lead. You'd think I'd be watching that. No, because this is actually more interesting because I already know how that's going to end up anyway. Angels might be a little bit better through each of the corners, but as soon as you get to any remote idea of a straightaway, Aleks gains like half a second at least. Actually, 3 apparently had a bad turn 1 or something, as he just lost like tons of positions. Can someone clear Superdoo? This is nonsense. Now, can Madison accomplish it, or is she just going to be stuck there now? Watch helplessly as Vert just runs away with that podium spot. Well, driving like that, I don't think she's going to do anything about it, just but watch, so... You got boost power! It's even worse on the Nissan too, because the speed advantage that the Nissan has doesn't really do anything for this opponent, but then the handling advantage that it would have is less so for a Nissan than, say, Burns' car would have over it. Burn finally knows this, and now he feels like it's my turn, except for it's neither of your turns, because there's a straightaway here that's longer than like 500 yards, so Super G gains like an entire second and loses like 7/10 into the next two corners. Aleks wins, Angel's the least challenge. Verts with top 3. And Super Duper, by being as obnoxious as physically possible, gets 4th place. How close to Gearhead? Not really that close. I feel nothing for you, Gearhead, because that was basically your fault. Okay, so even if I win... No, actually, it's not clinched yet, but if I don't win, and Aleks gets, like, top 5, that's a win. If I get 7th or lower, Aleks just has to beat me, and he is won. I'm pretty sure that after this race, everyone except for me, and likely probably me, will be completely unable to win. I forgot to commentate for like 10 seconds. Oops. I guess I gotta work a little bit for it. But I'm not really helping the situation either by starting behind my opponent. I hear that turbo whistle, not roar. It's present in like every car here that will. Not this one. This is the only one that probably wouldn't. It's kind of annoying fixing that, but... Act4 did lead for a second, but his, the, arch enemies lead, and, if I were Burn, I'd probably, of course, be wanting to get some form of revenge here. And if I'm rather kicking his butt in, or wrecking him off the track. Angels and Blossom are not that far away either. Lamborghini appears to be faster. Of course, it's not really much of a secret that Burn is a bit of a better driver. Aleks already did 8th, whereas I've actually lost places because I have no top speed in this car. So these two are also, I've never also been too fond of one another, Angels and Blossom, but the aggressors are the ones leading the two groups right now, which just kind of makes it almost slightly more awkward that way. Generally, that version of the corner isn't somewhere you try to pass. It doesn't seem like the top speed differences between any of these cars are enough to actually, you know, create passing of any variety. Ryan is the fastest driver right now, but how well can that hold up after Aleks finally gets clear of Otto and eventually Gearhead at somewhere down the line? Although not necessarily very fast, Ryan Storm is approaching the lead 4. His attack being greatly helped by Gearhead kind of being, I guess like a lock. Sort of denying Otto, Aleks, and I guess kind of that from getting any further than they are right now. Bert would probably be past Madison by now, but Scooby-Doo is the way it goes. Angel tends to, I think, show his classier side here Despite having been wrecked by Blossom 3 separate times, is still choosing to not really, you know, do anything rash. No. Just stop now. Aleks has cleared auto. He's already basically at Gearhead. Madison must have tried to pass that, just didn't pan out. Ryan is now more quickly gaining on Angels and Blossom. Act4 is staying about where he has been with Burn, if not maybe falling off just the slightest amount. Angels is right at her back door, but the cars are pretty even, so, you know, it's not like there's a whole massive amount that can be done about each other. This race is just one giant stalemate, really. With Aleks being basically the only one to be making any form of progress throughout the field here. And I'm in last. So yeah, I think Aleks has safely secured the championship unless he somehow doesn't score 4 points, which, even where he finishes now, that is exactly what he is going to do. So, but I do also figure he will pass Gearhead at some point within the next 3 laps. Act4 is indeed losing to Burn. As 16 Angels has also just lost a chunk of time to Blossom, and Ryan has in turn gained most of that time on him. So Aleks does finally clear Gearhead, but now has 12, almost 13 seconds to make up to Ryan Storm. Let's see just how much faster than them you are right now, Aleks. Gearhead is, he's there. I don't know if there's anything he can really do to stay back ahead, or to get back ahead, but he is. Yeah, no. You let the pop fizz for too long there, Gearhead. But he did remember to shake well. Even though that's not really something you do with pop, but that's beside the point. Okay, now it's a giant stalemate. That's a curved, Angels. Those don't usually help. The only thing to watch will be if Ryan has any success passing these two. Aleks is not even the fastest guy on the track, and is over 12 seconds away from anyone else, so Aleks, 6th might be Alex's limit, but that is still 5 or 6 points. Swoopy Dude uses top speed to get into to get up onto Madison, but yeah, it doesn't get him too far. These two are getting awfully close to each other. Burns still not losing and still not really gaining on... X3 still not losing or gaining much to Burn right now. But I think X3 has detected that it is time to go, and he just ran the fastest lap on the track. Assuming Aleks doesn't crack that in about 2 seconds. Which he does not. Storm and X3 only have 1 lap to get their quarries. But, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a no from X3, and as for Storm, I really don't know yet. Because I don't ever truly know with Ryan, though. Does Ryan really even know with Ryan? That's where I'm still stuck. Run. If you get to him now, which he kind of has a little bit, you only have the one opportunity to get him, and that's the awkward chicane that I would not recommend passing through at any time that isn't right now, but you're not even close enough by the looks of it, so... Burn does win, I think, unless he does something crazy. Yeah, Burn wins. Maybe another lap, X3 might have gotten close with his clutch time mode, but he does not get there. Ryan doesn't get any further either. Angels might have maybe done so, but he got too hasty there. It seems as though these 4 positions will also remain unchanged. Yeah. Vert with 14th and me with last. Now that's a change right there. There was absolutely not a speed gap here. You have 157s and then 2-minute plus laps. Seems odd. Yep. So with 3 races to go, Aleks has already won the championship because he has a 50-point lead, and even if he doesn't score and I win the next 3 races, there's only 45 points left on offer. And given that one of these tracks is Monza, odds of me winning that race, or really any of these 3 races, were never really that high to begin with. They weren't very high anywhere recently either. Really, these 2 and Laguna Seca are the only tracks I had any big chance of really winning at. That, though, oh man, he is just getting beaten in so many ways. Unless some sort of like breakthrough win in these next three, he might be settling for last in the championship standings. Those engine upgrades that he supposedly put in have done seemingly nothing. So, see how that develops later on. So that's part 4, and in the final part, we will do Austria and then the 2 Italian races at Monza and ending at Mugello. And since Alex already did the little drift session, and you can't really drift in F1 car. It'll be third who gets the drifting exposition, which is actually kind of a sweet name, drifting exposition. Oh no, we call it burning rubber. That's what we call it. That's definitely what we're calling it.